a show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, the Wellness Center, Medical and Behavioral Health Clinics, Ticely Cross Deliciously Smooth Cider, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. This is the big story. I'm Kathy Richards. Want to thank you so much. It's a very, very different environment for a big story, but I'll tell you my story a little bit. It's Sunday at the time of recording this. I had an assignment to do out in East End, and I'm like, I really should you find some time to relax or worry to rush back home and look at housework and all that. Find a comfortable space to just go relax. And I thought immediately of Josiah's Bay. And then I remembered earlier in the day I'm seeing some adverts going out of some new things that are going to be happening out here. So Rodney, I decided to come surfs up and to see the amazing surf. I understand that since we would have spoken the time before, so much more is happening out here.
Yeah, I think the last time you were here, Kathy, was when we had the full moon party, the first full moon party with the silent headphones. That was way before the season started, in terms of the tourism season. Since then, I've been trying to, build a little bit of interest back in Josiah's Bay. It's been a quiet beach for, the past 6 years or so since the hurricanes. So we've been trying to draw attention, man. This is such a beautiful beach, such a beautiful setting. And it's just to let folks know, hey, you can come back. Because there's a lot of Virgin Islanders who used to come here as kids. And as they grew older, the surf is it's an active beach. It's not, let's say, King Garden Bay, where the water is always, not always, because even King Garden Bay gets a little rough from time to time. But, so it's a more active beach, and, the surfers love it. But I think it's an amazing beach for people to just come with your family and hang out and kick back. Or guests that come from all over the world, they absolutely love it. So I want to showcase it, and I wanted to get the locals familiar with the beach again, and that has been happening. We do have some exciting things coming up. I've been trying to kind of resurrect the place a little bit, but...
You haven't been trying to resurrect this place. It's resurrected, I can tell you, and like you would have said earlier, the surfers love it. While I would have been thinking about dipping in the sea a little bit, just sitting on the beach chairs out here and looking at the surfers in action, it has been so surreal for me. So you not necessarily have to be able to go into the sea if you don't wish. You could go wet your feet and what's not, but just enjoying the surfers out there adds to the ambience of this location.
Definitely. I can tell you, today I brought my dog out. We took a little walk up and down the beach, tied the dog up, and I went in. I was in the water, chest deep, and you just stand and get a little soak, like the old people say, because I tried to play young today and go play basketball for the first in 2 years. And I'm feeling a little slow. Nothing ain't hot in, thank God, but I'm feeling a little slow. So, yes, it's not, you're not going to go out there unless you're a really good swimmer and be swimming up and down and doing laps. But you can come and soak, and you can have a drink with your friends, or stay to the edge of the water and just, soak your ails away. So it's definitely an amazing beach. I'm seeing a young man here, and he's putting together his sandcastle. We have games here. We have the bear bash. We have bear pong. We have a volleyball. I see some kids just came out and they drew a whole soccer court in the sand, and they were out here kicking soccer balls. By this weekend, I'll have the volleyball net up with the badminton. So, it's a really great beach to bring the family. If you don't want the huge crowds, I absolutely love King Garden Bay. I love Long Bay, Beef Island. But we know that those beaches are a little more popular. So if you want something a little bit more out of the way, a little more time where you can talk and, just kind of have a beach for yourself, hey, Josiah's Bay Beach.
All right. So the season is just about reopening. It's going to be your first real season for Serves Up. The Surf's Up and Serves Up. I love to say that. So tell us what we can expect in this season.
I mean, everybody knows me as the acting director of tourism, so I've looked at things from that side of things for the past 19 years. This is all new for me, Kathy. I tell everybody, I've reached out to people who've been in this business for years, and I say, listen, y'all treat me like a rookie. I know you're thinking, Rodney, you've been in this thing for 2 decades, you're supposed to know. I'm a rookie. But the words that we're getting from everybody, from the drivers to other practitioners, is it's going to be a really good season. Thank God we were spared with any major hurricanes.
Yeah.
We did have a little flooding, but thank God we were spared from that. So looking forward to a great season, and I'm trying to kick off the season with our Lobster Fete brunch.
Oh, so Lobster, not Fest.
Not Fest, not Fest. I would never compete with Lobster Fest. You know what Lobster Fest and Igala Lobster Fest means
yes.
to me. So I would definitely never compete with that. I actually hope to go over the following weekend.
Over.
I will be going. All right, Kathy, put it in existence, out in the air. But we do have a Lobster Fete brunch on Sunday the 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's an opportunity for people who might not be able to get to go over to Anegada. Hey, you can still get your fill of lobster and come down to Serves Up. We have 5 lobster stations. So lobster is going to be prepared 5 different ways by 5 different chefs. We also have 3 drink stations. I have some really good partners in Botella, Tico, and Proudly African. So we're going to have a Bellini station. Do you know what Bellini is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I had to learn what Bellini is. I acting like I was a big boss, and I know, but I had to learn what it is. But we're going to have a Bellini station, which is Prosecco with a little bit of peach, peach essence or peach schnapps in there. We're going to have an Uncle Nearest. There's a great story about Uncle Nearest, but we don't have enough time here for that.
Yes, we do, because I'm curious.
So Uncle Nearest was a slave, and he was the master distiller for Jack Daniels. He took in a young man who didn't have any place to stay, and the young man affectionately referred to the slave as Uncle Nearest. Nearest was his middle name. That young man grew up to be whoever wealthy person in this world, and that person bought their own distillery, and it may even be the Jack Daniels distillery that they bought. And they created a whole new brand of whiskey, and that brand of whiskey is called Uncle Nearest. I'm a whiskey drinker, and I absolutely love it. I recommend Uncle Nearest to anyone out there who drinks whiskey. So we're going to have a whiskey station, Uncle Nearest, and then we're going to have a wine station as well. That one Tico is going to be helping us with. So we're going to have 3 drink stations. Water will be free all day because out here it could get a little warm.
Yes.
And we're going to be drinking some whiskey and some wine and some Prosecco. So we're going to need to have a little water to make sure we stay hydrated.
Yeah.
So 5 lobster stations, 3 drink stations. In the back, you'll see my boy DJ Juice is setting up right now. He's going to be back on Sunday, giving us some of that old school retro vibes. And then I tied the elder, because Juice is a little old. I grew up as a little boy listening to Juice play by the pub, by Fort Bort, by Tree House. And then there's a young guy who just started not too long ago, but he's really good, DJ Fuego. Tall, slim young man.
Yes.
And he brings another level of excitement. And we are going to have one special guest performance, but I absolutely can't say who that is as yet. So we want folks to come out from 10 to 3.
10 to 3, as you said, 10 to 3, that's what I was going to comment to you about. Because as I came out here, I didn't come alone. I holler up a few of my friends and said, let's go down. Fortunately, one lived just close by, the other not so far. And we were talking about it. They were telling me more about this. Yeah.
Wow, that means the word has gotten out.
The word has gotten out, but there is a concern.
What is the concern?
Some people work on weekends, and the 10 to 3 seems to be a chance, because my best friend says, I'm not really comfortable with this. I really want to come to this, but that 10 to 3, because I ain't going to call her name, but Onika says so.
I think Onika could develop a cough between now and then,
Yeah.
where the only cure for that cough is lobster.
But the thing is that she works, and I guess that's a lot of the concern for other people. What would prevent you from taking it to, let's say, 7 in the evening as the sun goes down?
So we're going to be here all evening. But as far as the brunch section of things, and you know brunch is typically a little before lunch and a little after lunch. But we're going to be here all night. We're going to be here partying all night. It just means that she might not benefit from the 5 stations. Because I want to make that clear to everybody. I am only catering to 60 people. I want to make sure that everybody can have a quality experience. It would be easy for me to just open up and say, everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry, 200 people down here, and then you don't have a good experience. So I'm catering for 60 people. The ticket price is $60. If we don't get all 60 sold, which I don't think that's going to happen, I think we're going to have it, you know, those 60 going to be sold. But if for some reason we don't, the extra and you come to the door, it's $75 at the door. But once that's done and we get past 3 o'clock, hopefully we still have lobsters on the half shell, so you can still come and we'll turn on the grill and you'll still be able to get your lobster on the half shell. So if you got to go to work and you don't know how to call in sick, still come down after work.
Please don't put anything in persons' heads. The bosses are listening and you're going to be looking.
Well, I'm self-employed now, so I could say what I want, but when I was working for Tourist Board, I would have a different tune. So yeah.
On the other side of the shoe now.
On the other side, yeah. So long as my staff don't call in sick, we okay. But not only that, Cathy, December 10th, which is my birthday.
Happy birthday in advance.
No, we're going to party that out. I don't know what condition I'm going to be in, but we're going to be a good one. We do have the surfing competition down here. My friend Steve, which I'm sure you can pick up on the camera later, who has the surfing school. He has a huge surfing competition. They say it's like 200 to 300 people that come out for this event on December 10th. So all out here would be littered with the surfers, and we're going to have food and drinks, music. I'm going to have another bar upstairs just to handle the overflow. And as the night sets in, because we now know what a Bellini is, we're going to be having Bellinis and bikinis. Okay. So from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's a Bellini and bikini party. But we ain't done with the bees. It's blue bikinis. So you see how you have this lovely, I used to say Java wrap, but that's a beach dress. I don't know.
Just a throw, you know.
That would be absolutely perfect.
Well, now I wear it today, so...
We go get you our next one, man. We go figure that out.
All right.
So December 10th, even after the surfing is done, we want folks to still come out. Come out and help me celebrate my birthday. We have bottomless Bellinis and blue bikinis. So you want to buy the
bottomless Bellinis and blue
bikini.
Not true overs. Bikinis.
I ain't gonna stress the people out. We have to make sure we dress appropriately, you know, for
the beach is bikini.
For the beach.
And yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's great. I guess some people might ask, you come out to relax, but you got I always walk with my tools wherever I go. It's always in my car.
You're always ready to rock and roll.
Always ready to rock.
And we made sure you had a very nice painkiller with the Colwood rum.
3.
That's the way we do it. Oh, 3. I wasn't going to tell your business. But we always do ours with the Colwood panty dropper float. So that should give it a nice extra kick.
I'm still dressed on the hair, please.
So I want to make sure that you're ready. You're ready to rock and roll. So we have good stuff coming up. I'm not sure what I'll do, an event for Christmas or for the New Year's. Again, I'm not really about competing. I want to go and enjoy Trellis Bay and Joss Van Dyke as well. But people who like down here will say, well, Rodney, we want something down here.
Yeah, it could be the week of between Christmas and Old Year's.
And Old Year's, yeah. So I'll think about doing something down here then. And lastly, February 17th and 18th. This is breaking news. Nobody else, other people kind of know about it, but not in the main space. We have an event called The Waves. So The Waves is my own music festival here on the beach. February 17th and 18th. Alternative music, what I am calling alternative music. So it's like the deep mode, which is a little bit of what you're hearing in the background. Afro beats. You're going to have EDM, electronic dance music, a little zouk, a little kumpa, a little Latin music. You're not really going to get the hardcore reggae or hardcore rap or any of that. I want people to just kind of come out here, cool out, kick back. We're going to have a volleyball competition, 3-on-3. $5,000 we putting up for that competition. $5,000. Must have a woman on the court at all times. Oh, wow. So it's a co-ed tournament. We're going to see how many teams we get out, 3-on-3 with 2 substitutions. We're going to have some surfing exhibitions as well. For those 2 days, we here all day. I want the folks out here from 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to have breakfast, or traditional breakfast, and we go straight down into the evening.
I could tell you every time you put up a flyer with that fried fish and that Johnny cake, and you bracket it as the Journey cake.
Along that, I believe that's my boy Kareem Hull. I think he put that in his book, and he
Yes,
talked about the journey
yes.
that people would have to take.
Yes.
But where are you from, Kathy?
Guyana. We in Guyana we make a bake similar kind of, and it's got
But
the
we
bakes
talking
or the float or.
I ain't talking
But we
about-
talking about the. What are you telling me?
Do you know that I have brought Guyana to Josiah's Bay?
Other than by me,
No.
how else?
I got something sweeter than you that I bring here.
Sweeter than me, you just
Sweeter
say.
than you.
All right, tell me, cause
Man, one of our favorite fish to sell here is bangameri.
I would have never thought.
I always have bangameri. Even my cousin Wesley Penn, he come down here, he said, man, cause you's a Virgin Islander, what kind of thing you got about Guyanese fish down here? I said, man, Wesley, don't taste the thing.
Taste it.
It's a beautiful fish for frying. It's nice, golden, flaky.
Yeah.
So we always keep bangameri down here.
So try some butterfish. Try some.
Butterfish.
Yes, and if you want to get introduced to some different types of fish, ask Avi. She'll tell you about the haimara, the karas, the different.
we got all
It's a
karas.
the
I know the
karas,
karas
no,
is
just
similar.
different.
Oh,
It's
different?
kind of it's different. So we could mix and mingle.
I try to bring a little bit of culture. I got the
Yes.
people are helping me out here. Jamaica, you have Guyana, you have St. Vincent. So, it's one big melting pot out here.
Yeah. So remember that the bangameri
Bangameri.
sweeter than Katy.
Oh,
said it, you know.
ladies and gentlemen, it's sweeter than this, Kathy. I don't know if you could put the rest on air, but
Oh, shucks.
you ain't realize what you say. I know you ain't realize what you say. But yeah, so February 17th and 18th, it's called
Yeah.
The Waves.
The Waves,
I'm
and it's
going
a
through.
music fest.
It's a music fest. It's a volleyball competition. We have surfing, a chance to bring your family out. And just have a really good time for 2 days. The 19th is the holiday in the United States. So I'm hoping to be able to draw on that crowd who can come over and spend an entire weekend as well.
Awesome.
So I'm trying to do my part, coming from my tourism background, to
Yes.
bring a little bit more of the tourism product out and give people some other options.
And like we were talking off camera, there are some other attractions that are soon to be added to it. We were seeing some clips going around just recently where for the first time in a very long time, the pond and the sea reconnected.
Connected, man.
Yeah.
We had some fish that we call mullets. We call it
Mullet and Janga swim in the
we
pool.
call it
yeah.
by another name when we were younger, but I don't think I could say that name on camera. But it began with an S as something as something I'm rhyming with dirty mullet. Let me call him dirty mullet. So man, we had some mullets that came out of the pond, big giants, and they have been here patrolling the shoreline. I think they're waiting for the pond to reconnect again with the surf so that they can swim back up to the
Wow.
pond. I have a video
Wow.
with them. I'll show you some huge, giant mullets.
Wow.
And out there you have the baby crabs, and the gundies are so big, they're as big as the entire body of the baby crabs. Those are what turn into all land crabs. People come from St. Thomas, St. Croix to pick up them crabs and carry them back to pick crab and rice, crab back, stuffed crab back and things like that. The flamingos are out there, the ducks are out there. So I got permission from my guy, Mungi. Everybody knows him as Mungi, came back from the States. He's a Fete, I believe. And they're responsible for the entire pond. And he said, Rodney, man, if you want, you go ahead and build a little lookout. So I plan to build a little lookout platform. So when the tourists come by, the guests come by, they can stop, go out on the platform, and get to see the flamingos, get to see the ducks, the crabs, all the little wildlife that we have there. Additionally, I want to tie in my guy at Pottery Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Burnett. I forget his first name is escaping me now, but Burnett, who is out there. And I want to be able to have the guests stop there, experience that whole thing of making your own pottery, walk down the road, stop and check out the flamingos, and then come to Surf's Up, enjoy the surf
Surf
up.
as it's up.
There you go.
Hey, I don't regret this afternoon.
I'm glad you come down.
I didn't anticipate this much, but I can tell you that I am unwound. It can be unwind. My friends are out here. We're just cooling it, preparing our minds for the new work week. And this is what beach and venues like this can do for us. So, Rodney, thank you.
I gotta thank you. You
Yeah.
continue to promote not just what I'm doing, but just
Yeah,
tourism in general. I know you are always around
Yeah.
from my years in tourist board. And again, I just trying to do my little part with what little I have to add to the tourism product and give people some other options.
Awesome. Well, on that note, it's time for me to go back with my friends and continue to unwind.
Number 4.
Painkiller number 4. I'm going for 5. All right. I'm Kathy Richards. Want to thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Plug into Digicel Plus and get even more entertainment with Disney Plus included. The best of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic all in one place. Whenever you want, plug into Plus to enjoy Disney Plus and much more with a home fiber bundle. Sign up today. Digicel Plus.